Hello and welcome to a new style of my monthly wrap-ups. I'm still keeping most of it the same, but I have taken out the books and the movies that I watched in the month and I've made them their own separate videos. So that way I can talk more about those books and movies and I'm not making this video like a half hour long. So I will put links down below to those videos so you can go check them out afterwards if you have not already. But in this video, I'm mainly just going to stick with my favorites, so like my favorite moments, my favorite things, my favorite song, and even some of like my favorite TV shows that I've watched this month. I probably won't talk about all of them, but I will talk about some. Alright, so then let's get started, and we're actually going to start with favorite moments of the month. January actually had a lot of favorite moments. This was a really crazy, great month. So we're going to start off with, of course, my birthday. January was my birthday month, and my birthday was when I was still at home in Pennsylvania, so I got to spend it with some family and some friends too, and that was just kind of it, but it's always great when it's your birthday. My next favorite moment are actually two moments combined. I went to two book signings this month. Marie Lu's book signing for Batman Nightwalker and Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings' book signing for their book Zenith. I have read Marie Lu's Batman Nightwalker, so you can go check out the book video for my review on that. I have not read Zenith yet. Maybe I will eventually at some point. I've met Marie Lu before and she was great, so meeting her again was a really lovely experience. And then I finally got to meet Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings and they were so great as well. That was fun. I also really just love going back to Barnes & Noble, the one I used to work at, and just seeing all my coworker friends that still work there and just hanging out with them. And also at these events I tend to get VIP service, so you know. That's why I always love going there. Another one of my favorite moments is, I'm gonna call it the Charlie's Angels Hangout. These are two friends of mine that I made by working at Barnes & Noble. We all don't work there anymore, but we still love to hang out with each other. We would always call ourselves the Charlie's Angels at work, and so we just kind of still call ourselves the Charlie's Angels. So that's why I'm calling it the Charlie's Angels Hangout. But I basically got to hang out with Alex and Chelsea, and it was super fun. We played the Oregon Trail, we got to eat some food, we just sat and like chatted and caught up with each other because we hadn't seen each other in a couple months. So it was really great seeing them again. I always love hanging out with them. And then the next day after Charlie's Angels, I got to do a photo shoot. I love doing photo shoots. This was a photo shoot with two coworker friends, Christina and Pam. And basically Christina was trying to test out some photography stuff, so she asked for me and Pam to be her models, and of course I said yes. And so we did a photo shoot, and there were so many great photos that came out. I can try and, I'm probably putting a whole bunch right here for you to see, but it was just so fun. We spent like literally the entire day in North Hollywood and then West Hollywood. We did a bunch of the Instagram walls, which was fun. I did not know that all the Instagram malls were pretty much within the same block. It's also just really great to hang out with friends that you make at work outside of work, because that doesn't happen a lot. I've been trying to make that happen more often, and it's really fun hanging out with them outside of work. Another really great moment this month, I have so many great moments. Another really great moment this month is the DeSales Alumni Event. I finally got to go to a DeSales alumni event because I am a DeSales alum. This was hosted in West Hollywood, and we were mainly having it because we got a brand new president at our school. He's going all over the country just hosting these events, trying to like meet the alumni and stuff, and so that way the alumni can also meet the new president. And I actually really liked him. I mean, he had big shoes to fill, but I think he's doing it very well. And the event was really great. I mean, free food, free booze, of course I'm gonna go. And I also got to see, you know, Kara, Phil, Hannah, Joe, Jordan, all them again. But I also got to meet some new people, and a bunch of them were also TV film alum, like my major, so I got to kind of do a little bit of networking. And then also one of my old professors was there, Chuck, and I had seen him since I graduated, so it was really great to see him again. But I think also one of my absolute favorite moments of this event was I reconnected with someone that I went to high school with. I did not go to college with him. He was at that event because a friend of his was an alum from my college. I went to high school with him, and it was so weird because in high school I did not like him. We sat next to each other in homeroom, but we weren't friends. I don't even think he liked me very much. It was just, we did not like each other. But we reconnected at this event and we're now friends. Like, I've got his number and we like text sometimes. That was really cool to finally make a friend from high school that I didn't have before. And then my last favorite moment of the month, this is the last one, I know there were a lot, is another hangout I had with Alex, who's part of the Charlie's Angels. We went to the movies and we saw The Death Cure together. Oh my goodness. I've already talked about my review of this movie in the movie wrap-up, so go watch that. But I just want to talk a little bit about it here too, because this is one of my favorite book series of all time. The Maze Runner is one of my favorite book, probably my second favorite book series of all time. I love this series so much. And when it was becoming movies, I was super excited. And so The Death Cure finally coming out, I've been waiting forever for this movie and it finally came out, and I'm so happy I got to see it with a friend of mine who also loves the Maze Runner series. It was just really exciting in all aspects. And I also got to see it in IMAX. Yes, which is exciting. So those are my favorite moments. Now let's move on to my favorite things. I don't have too many favorite things, thank God, because I had so many favorite moments. The first one are Wegmans scones. There are no Wegmans in Los Angeles, at least none that I have found. So I cannot enjoy one of my favorite things in the world, which are Wegmans scones. But there are a ton of Wegmans in Pennsylvania, so when I went home, I ate a bunch of scones. I actually brought a bunch back with me when I traveled to Los Angeles. It's just something I do every year. I always bring some Wegmans scones with me, but now they're all gone, so I guess I'll have to just wait till next year to have my Wegmans scones again. My next favorite thing is this planner. Every year I always love planners, and I've been really getting into like bigger planners and not just like little pocket-sized planners, but like bigger planners. And this one, I am so happy I found this one because this is a very good planner. I love this one a lot. I've been really keeping up with it so far this whole month, and usually that doesn't happen to me. I usually always lose it. Anyway, so first of all, this design is great. Like, front and back is just, this is a really beautiful design and I love it. In here we've got these like two little pockets, and then of course you've got your months here. But each month, let's go to January, starts with this like little chart. You write down something and then it's got all the dates, and I check off every day that I have done these things. So on here I've put down like time with friends and like how many days I work in the month, gas, laundry, how many times I go to the movie theater, how many times I read, how many days I eat healthy, how many times I go to the groceries, and then of course I've also put down how many times I go to the gym or slash like just work out at home, which has been no check mark so far. We're working on it. We're working on that one. We've got the month. I feel a little awkward showing you some of this if you can read it because I've put down a lot of my expenses on here too. So the red marks, the red pen writing is basically payments that I have to make. And then blue are paydays, as well as green, they're paydays. And then I just write down here how much I owe and how much I get from those. It's just to try to help me with my expenses because I'm terrible at it. Then of course we go to the weeks, and I kind of just put down to-do lists. And then also down at the bottom they have little notes that you can make yourself, but they actually ask a question like this one. You put down your hopes and dreams. Absolutely love this planner. I want to try and get a planner from this company again next year, so yay. And then my other favorite moment this month is the movie pass. I finally got a movie pass, and I don't know why I waited so long to get it. I've heard about it for like maybe 2 years now. I've known about it for a while, but I just never did it. But I finally did it, and couldn't be happier. I'm now going to movie theaters so much more often and seeing so many more movies now. So hopefully my top 10 movies of next year, or 2018, this year, will be a lot better than 2017. If you don't know what the movie pass is, actually, let me explain it. You get a card, it says movie pass on it, it's got your name on it, all that stuff, and you pay $10 a month, and you can go to not any movie theater, but there are a lot of movie theater options that you have. Basically, you can see one movie in the movie theater every single day for the entire month. That's like 30 movies, 31 movies for only $10 a month. Like, even if you go to the movie theater one day that month, it is still worth it because movie theater tickets are expensive. I've got lots of movie watching to do. Thank you, MoviePass. Now let's talk about my favorite, well, not my favorite TV shows, but just some TV shows that I watched this month that I really want to talk about. And there's really only two that I want to talk about this month. Most of the winter TV that started late in January, so I either only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it, so I don't really want to talk about those just yet until I've watched a little bit more. But the 2 TV shows that I want to talk about, I've pretty much watched in full now. The first one I want to talk about is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Season 1. This is an Amazon Prime, yes, an Amazon Prime TV show. And the whole first season is available. It won a Golden Globe, maybe more. I can't remember how many it won, but it was nominated a bunch. I do not have an Amazon Prime account, but for the Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, they were having it free for everybody to watch. So I, of course, watched it. I loved it so much. Oh my God. It was one of those shows that I heard a lot about, but I wasn't sure if I was really gonna like it, and I didn't actually know a lot about it. But then I watched it, and it is hysterical. It's about this Jewish woman in the 50s. Her husband leaves her, and then she just becomes this comedian, and it is so, so great. She's hysterical. Not just when she's up telling jokes or whatever on the stage, but even just like in life, she is hysterical. And the show is so well written. Oh my God. Sorry. This is me being excited. It's so well written. The acting is incredible as well. Tony Shalhoub as her dad is hysterical. I love him. But I just love that it portrays relationships so well. Like, not just the relationship between her and her husband, but the relationships between her and her parents relationships with each other, and the relationship with the in-laws. Like, it's so well done. And then, oh my God, what else? There was so much. The costumes are great, makeup is great, just everything is literally perfect about this show, and I cannot wait for season 2. I can't wait to see where they go with this, but it's so funny. And then the next show I want to talk about, I've only watched 2 seasons of it. I have not watched the 3rd season yet. That's because this show, I can't binge watch this show. If I do, it's too much in one sitting. But that is Grand Hotel. I did talk about this in 2015. This is one of my top 10 favorite TV shows of 2015. But I only got to watch the 1st season, and then Netflix took it off and got rid of it. But Netflix recently brought it back, thank God. So I rewatched season 1 because so much happens that I completely forgot everything, pretty much. I got to watch season 2, and now I'm gonna move on to season 3, and I am so excited. This TV show is so great. This is a telenovela that is kind of like Downton Abbey, but with a lot more murder, and it takes place in a hotel. But you do follow the upper class and the lower class, meaning like the workers of the hotel and the owners of the hotel and the guests inside of the hotel. The amount of drama that they are able to put into one episode is incredible. Usually I'm sitting there for one episode and I feel like 2 hours have gone by, and I'm like, I thought this episode would have been over. There are only 45 minutes and I feel like I've been sitting here for 2 hours watching this. And then I look and I'm like, no, it's only been a half hour. There's still 10 minutes left. And I'm just so astounded at the amount of drama they are able to put into one episode. And the amount of content, not just drama, but just the amount of content they have in each episode. The love drama, but also the murder drama, and just the hotel drama, and the town drama, and the detective is always at the hotel trying to solve stuff. I also just want Julio and Alicia to be together already. Can she just leave her husband? Diego is not a good man. And yes, it is also in Spanish. with English subtitles on the bottom. So if you don't mind the English subtitles, you're gonna love it so much. And now the last part of this video is my favorite song of the month. I am so excited about this song. And that is My by Troye Sivan. I'm a fan of Troye Sivan. I actually got to meet him one time when I was working at Barnes & Noble. He walked in with like some of his friends as well as Connor Franta. I love Connor Franta too. And they saw me working and they're like, hi, can you help us? And I was like, yes, I can. It was very exciting. They're very nice, sweet boys, and Troye Sivan is great. Troye Sivan came out with a brand new song and it's called My, and it's just amazing. Obviously, you can hear it sped up in the background of my talking. So you're probably tuning me out and just listening to the song. So completely understand. It's a great song. I swear, Troye Sivan, whenever he comes out with a new song, it's always so amazing and it's always so much, not so much better, but it's getting more and more mature than his other songs, and they just, I don't know, they just keep growing. Like his art just keeps growing as he comes out with new stuff, and it's really great to watch and to see him progress. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and I really hope you like this new style that I've got going on. So check out the books that I read this month and the movies that I watched this month, and then I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!